Hello, everyone. It's Monsignor here, and I'm here with Julie Spencer, who is our new Director of Evangelization and Catechesis here at Christ the King. And I thought with this spotlight, we just get to know Julie a little bit more. So, Julie, it's great to have you aboard on this team. And why don't you tell us, like where you're from and why you're here?
Okay, yeah. So I grew up in Washington State. I'm a cradle Catholic, born to a big family of 10 children. And I was Catholic all throughout high school, and in college had a falling away where I wanted to pursue my own ideas of success, and I wanted to pursue my own ideas of what I thought would fulfill me. So I kind of fell away from my faith, and it was in going overseas and playing basketball overseas and pursuing my dream where I kind of had a reversion to the faith and came to the end of my dream. And it was in reading a book by C.S. Lewis, Mere Christianity.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, I sort of had like an intellectual reconversion where I discovered just like the truth that C.S. Lewis was talking about, and this version of Jesus that he described was just someone that I wanted to pursue with my whole heart. And I really fell in love with the truth in that book. And so had a reversion, came back to the States, and was able to do a missionary program with the church. So for the last 2 years, I came back in 2020 and started a missionary program in 2021 where I was a mercy missionary with St. Michael the Archangel Catholic Church. And it was a formation program where I got to serve a church, and I got to serve in an apostolate where we went out onto the streets of Portland and did homeless ministry. So I did this for 2 years and spent a lot of time in just deepening in conversion and formation, and really just falling in love with Jesus in the Eucharist and discovering him as truly the real treasure of my life and someone worth giving my life to and following in discipleship. And so that's what brought me to looking for work for the church and wanting to serve him in a new capacity. And that's what is bringing me to Christ the King.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I know people would ask you, so like what were you doing in Europe with basketball? Like what is that all about? That's not something you hear every day.
Yeah, so I was playing in college at University of Portland, and I wanted to take my basketball career to the next level because I wanted to see Europe, and I knew that I would never be able to see it on my own dime. So,
so you got to play some basketball.
Yeah, coming from a big family, I knew that was going to be tough, but I loved basketball and I wanted to pursue it and take it as far as I could. So I got an agent and I got the opportunity to play on some teams over there. So I played for 2 different teams, one in Sweden and one in Germany. And it was actually a way that the Lord was also working because in being so far from my family, I had to, for the first time in my life, really take my faith into my own hands. And my faith became my own responsibility. I mean, I was thousands of miles away from anyone who was really in my family of origin or my family of faith or would really guide me in the faith. And so I had to choose to go to Mass or to go to adoration or to especially go to Mass in languages that I couldn't understand.
Sure, yeah.
But it was all the way that the Lord was crafting in his time for me to just really come back to him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
I know the parishioners would love to hear that, and just knowing you, and now that you have this new position at Christ the King, like what drew you to come to this parish?
So I was, looking for work at different parishes, and I think when I came to Christ the King, I really saw a parish that, first of all, the team, just the pastoral vision that you guys have here, a parish centered around the Eucharist, and just seeing like a really solid team dynamic, and a parish, I would say, when I left the interview, I thought, this is a parish with a heartbeat. This is a parish with a pair of lungs. Like, there is a lot going on here. I see people of all different backgrounds and different walks of life coming together and really making this community what it is. And I just left kind of on fire. Like, I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this family of faith.
Oh, well, thanks for saying that, and that's I do believe the Lord's doing something here, and that has drawn you here, and to let all of you know, like what Julie is going to be doing is the work of a director of evangelization and catechesis, So if you remember what Julian Durko was doing and Teresa Becker was doing, has kind of been combined into one position. So you're going to be working with kids in sacramental prep and also people coming into the church and with retreats. And we're really going to start focusing some attention on the school and school parents and teachers and all of that. I'm very excited about what's coming down the line, and this is your first week. I'm already off to a good start, and so we're just grateful that you're a part of this. And if you haven't met Julie, be sure at Coffee and Donuts or at Mass, go up and introduce yourself and make her feel welcome, as that's what we do here at Christ the King. And just great that you're here, and looking forward to what's happening and what's going to happen here. And one of the things that we're really striving for is this, in bringing people to Jesus through our own witness, right? It's not just a program that we're doing. It's about that disciple to disciple connection, and that's what part is going to characterize what we're doing here. So thank you for having this time with us, and again, yes, please. Talk to Julie, and we look forward to working with all of you, especially those who will be in sacramental prep, religious education. If you're thinking about coming into the church or just learning more about it, she's the one to go see. So thank you for your time, Julie, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for having me.